Morning guys. Well, curiously my Etsy shop had a little bit of a activity on it over the weekend. Unusual because my Etsy's not that active. But yeah, I had a bit of a run on my Abstractus Draconomicus piece. Here you go. I'll show you the bigger one. So you can see that. There you go. So I've just been printing those off. They've all been varnished. And they'll be going out in the post. It was all to America as well, so that was a curious one. And the author very kindly bought the original for his book as well, which should be on sale now. I will put a link to that down in the doobly bits if it is on sale, but it should be on sale I think as of today. So yeah, that's good. Okay, but that's got to be varnished, but I've got to pop to the art store for that because I have run out of varnish for my acrylic paints, so I'll be doing that in a little bit. Okay, good stuff. Time to finally start sorting out this bits box. Yeah, the title is Bits Box, and so this is the room that I'm currently clearing. Hang on, let's turn this camera around. So electronics for scrapping up here, more electronics. These you can see I'm already been scrapping some of it. Storage boxes with bottles, God knows what else, big skulls, loads of stuff over there. And I'm trying to rip it all out of this room right now. Very old ancient chair. This wardrobe is also full of boxes of stuff. So I'm ripping it all out of this room so I can put it all back in. The reason being, I've got all of this in here as well. Just boxes and boxes of toys. There's the washing machine bit that I chopped up in a Monday montage a while back. It's just collections of stuff from car boot sales, donations. It's just too much stuff. I was struck with a crazy idea. My party are going to be facing off against an Arachnomancer just after this spider gate. So he has the ability to cast the web spell, as you'd expect from an Arachnomancer. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a go at making a working web template. And what struck me with doing that was finding attached to an old bit of foam a piece of what looked like cotton wool, but definitely wasn't cotton wool. My lovely girlfriend Mary told me that this stuff was called wadding. And I think it's what they also use in sort of stuffing teddy bears and soft toys and that kind of thing. However, it is way more durable than cotton wool, and as you'll see in a moment, you're able to pull it out and get those tendrils and strands much more effectively. So these are barbecue skewers that have been cut to 4 inches in length to match the D&D grid of 1 inch equals 5 feet. I'm gluing this all together on a piece of greaseproof paper so that the glue doesn't stick. And all I'm doing is making a cube. with the basic construction of the box done, I just nip off the edges of the glue there just to tidy those up a little bit. And then what I do is I run a bead of hot glue along each of the frame edges, and I can tug this wadding now around the cube, pulling it almost as much as I need to really thin it out. And that hot melt glue will hold it there in place. And with the wadding now held in place by the hot melt glue, I can take some thinned down PVA and just start coating that across the wadding and pulling it and tugging it as I need to make it look like the features that I want, like the webbing that I'm after. So what do you think to the web spell template? Did that work for you? It played the part well. Don't get me wrong. It serviced the idea very well. Visually, it's not necessarily the best looking it could be, and I'd love to know if you guys have any thoughts on that. Whether you've ever done a web spell template of any description. I would really be interested to know what you used, or if you've ever done webbing, I'd really be interested to know what you used. Of course, I also have these individual ones for the actual web attack of spiders, so these cup over the miniature. So they work. They certainly played the part. They worked well.
So it's that time again. It's the next session on my art lesson, and I've just got to give them a little catch-up video. So I'm going to be painting. Let's just show you this down here. So I'm going to be painting the rocks. You can see where we started in the session, just starting to get a bit of shape and form and some nice light mid-tones, shadows. So yeah, that's where I'm going right now. So enjoy the process. I'm not finishing this area in this. I'm just getting in the main forms and colours. So as I continue clearing this room, I've realised I have a whole bunch of these, which are collapsible. I think they're like bread crates or something like that. I have a bunch of them, which I'd actually been saving as bits to use, because look at all that interesting texture there. You know, especially when I get to do my Necromunda build. Or, you know, grim dark future. But I got a load of these, and it suddenly struck me. I'm keeping them in my bits box when they can actually be used as a bits box. So I've just put them all together, and now I can start taking overloaded clutter like this and stack it a bit more effectively. So keep your eye out for collapsible milk crates, or bread crates maybe, because they look like they're going to be very useful. Not to mention, when I'm done storing stuff in them, they're very useful anyway. So, this was a Games Workshop Dark Elf Blackguard. According to the little stub here, 1999. So yeah, he's been floating around for a while. So I've used the 100% acetone nail varnish remover to clean him off. Back in the day I used to use Dettol, and you'd just leave them overnight and all the paint would be off. I didn't really have time to leave it to soak for too long, so it was a lot of scrubbing and scraping. Used my scalpel to get right down into the very deep grooves and just get out any persistently clingy bits of paint. But yeah, anyway, he's clean now. So this is going to be Belak, my Drow Arachnomancer, as the climax of the Sunless Citadel. So I am going to give him a I'm going to prime him by hand, and then I'll probably use the airbrush to do a zenithal highlight, and then take it from there. I will be honest, I want to do a little bit of conversion to try and increase the spideriness. So it might be something to do with this, because Belak is a wizard type, so I think he's more likely to have a staff than this pole arm that the figure's got. And this time round I have actually checked online just to make sure that I'm not hacking up a rare miniature. So yeah, it seems to still be around, plentiful, not too badly priced. Lovely miniature actually. I didn't realise that because of the way that the paint had been daubed on it in my younger days. But it should make for a very good Drow Arachnomancer anyway. Okay, so I want to give him some... I want to take this piece off and give him a staff of some description that has a slightly alien look to it. though dangerous. I think this bit is too big. Thinking about chopping this here. So it's this bit. So it's this bit at the end here. But I think it's a bit too chunky, I think. So I think I'm going to take that part. This, I believe, may well have been out of something like Space Hulk, something like that maybe, years ago. I've got a feeling the minis out of that were these garish colours and in this softer plastic. Right, that's it. Let's get rid of that bit. So that's a better scale.
So I've come for a little bit of inspiration. There's Mary in the background. So I've come for a little bit of inspiration, and that is a great place called Cragside, near the Scottish border, Rothbury. Hang on, let's show you. And there we go. Gorgeous place, gorgeous lands, fantastic gardens. There's Mary again. And there you go, you can see the famous archway that you can drive through, and around 6 miles of amazing countryside. So there we go, we're going to be doing that in a moment. So we spent the day here a couple of years ago painting on location. It was a beautiful sunny day that day. It's pleasant today, but it's overcast. It's a fantastic location, Cragside. Absolutely worth the visit if you ever get the chance. Real pretty, and you could easily spend a couple of days here.